Welcome to the league. Today is November 8th, 2025. You're joined here with the Maverick, Benoit Tanjan, and myself, David Magid. You give us 5 minutes and we'll give you the latest clean energy trends in the industry. First insight, $80 billion transaction that has occurred with the US government and Westinghouse. Westinghouse owned half by Brookfield. Huge deal that has occurred. This is really going to spur the logistics for the nuclear industry, which is something that is very much needed for this renaissance to actually come to life. So we're going to see a lot of activities, AP1000s. This is a huge deal and a lot of nuclear, that is going to be put on the market. So this has been talked about very heavily. Second topic, Global Infrastructure Partners has closed on the acquisition. AES Corp. It's a deal valued $38 billion. After all the accounting for all the leverage the AES had it within their books, actual equity is closer to $8 billion. Amazing transaction. We're really starting to see such a heavy trend towards energy infrastructure. Almost feels like every single week we're hearing a new announcement of what's going on in the industry. So much excitement. Stay tuned, enjoy, and that's that.
Oh, those are two great news items, David. It's amazing to see how quickly things are changing with the industry and, especially with the uncertainty in the solar industry and seeing all the consolidations and acquisitions and obviously, companies that are being very aggressive during these times, but also you're seeing, companies going out of business and obviously everyone's focused on getting the full ITC this year. So it's seems like everyone's like running a marathon that's not stopping. So I
A
appreciate.
marathon, and everyone keeps moving. And Benoit, I'm really excited to, as always, to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, definitely. So the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, which is FERC, came out recently with their infrastructure report, and they basically said from January to August of 2025 that there was 26 gigawatts of new generation capacity in the US compared from the same period last year is 23 gigawatts. And three-fourths of that, so basically 19 gigawatts of that was actually solar energy. So this just shows the point that we've reiterated many times on the podcast is that solar is the fastest energy source to come online, and it's also the cheapest. But we're going to need all energy sources, especially with the increasing energy demands with AI data centers and the electricity transition. But it's probably not smart by the administration to limit, obviously, renewables, specifically solar and wind, in the future. And then another interesting thing that I thought is the Trump administration actually canceled $7 billion of grants programmed at aimed expanding solar energy in low-income communities. A lot of that was actually going to be used to develop community solar programs, and community solar programs are like distribution level projects where you could sell the offtake to LMI communities. It's a creator of jobs. Dave and I have developed these types of projects. We'll see what happens with these lawsuits by states that received this grant funding, and now they're suing the Trump administration. There's approximately 2 dozen states, and we'll keep you updated what happens with that and whether they're able to restore that money, which will then be, as I said before, aimed at expanding solar energy in low-income communities. Thank you for your time. I hope you've enjoyed 5 minutes of the best information from the league. Promote, like, 5 stars, and become a subscriber today. Thank you.